Hey everyone, if you're running a business solo, you know it means wearing like a million hats,
Right.
right? And sometimes social media,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that can feel like it's a whole other job on top of everything
Oh,
else.
absolutely.
So in this deep dive, we're going to be looking at Denise Wakeman's advice on using AI and social media
Right.
to do it effectively, not just, constantly.
Yeah, yeah.
We're also looking at some hard data on platform trends and all that good stuff.
Okay.
So you can be sure that when you are posting, you're posting strategically.
Yeah. It's all about working smarter, not harder, right?
Right.
Exactly. Sure you're getting the most out of your social media.
Now, Denise, she really tackles the big question head on in her advice.
Okay.
Which channels are going to get you the best reach and what types of posts work best? Now, of course, the answer is it depends on your business.
Right.
But there are some general trends that are worth knowing about.
It's like if you're going to explore a new city,
Okay,
you're going to want a map, right? Before you just start wandering around.
I like that.
Hmm.
So what does the social media map look like these days?
Well, let's start with Facebook.
Okay.
It still has a massive, massive audience globally,
Right.
but organic reach has declined.
Okay.
Meaning your posts might not be seen by as many people.
So is it even worth it for someone running a business, who's super busy to even be on Facebook these days?
Well, it depends. I mean, if your target audience is there, it can still be valuable,
Okay.
for building community, for sharing updates.
Okay.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Is your ideal client on Facebook?
Good point.
Yeah.
What about LinkedIn? I've heard that's the place to be for professionals.
Absolutely. Yeah, LinkedIn's the go-to for business-to-business interactions
Okay.
and establishing yourself as an expert. So if you're offering services or you're doing any kind of consulting,
Right.
definitely worth your time. It's all about building credibility there and showing off your knowledge, really.
Okay, so LinkedIn is for the experts. Got it. Now, YouTube, we all know, is huge.
Huge.
But isn't that mostly for entertainment? I wouldn't really think that's very useful for business.
Well, you'd be surprised, actually.
Okay.
I mean, you're right. YouTube is a giant in the entertainment world, but it's also really powerful for sharing tutorials,
Okay.
demos,
Okay.
educational content.
Right.
I mean, think about it. Can you make videos, engaging videos that showcase what you do?
Yeah.
Or provide value to people? If so, YouTube could be fantastic for reaching new clients.
Maybe I need to dust off my video skills. Now, Instagram.
Yeah.
That seems like the place to be for visuals, right?
It is visually driven, definitely. High quality images are still super important.
Okay.
But those short form videos, the reels, they're really taking over.
Yeah.
If you can get in front of the camera and feel good about it
Yeah.
and create, quick engaging videos, Instagram could be really good. And don't forget, it's very popular with younger audiences.
Speaking of which, what about TikTok?
Yeah.
It seems like everyone's on TikTok, but I don't know if it's right for every business.
Right.
I mean, what do you think?
I think it's definitely a trend-driven platform.
Okay.
You have to kind of be comfortable with that really fast-paced, creative vibe.
Right.
But the reach is, undeniable, especially if you're targeting Gen Z.
Okay.
It's not just about, dance crazes.
Right.
Educational content can actually thrive there, too. If
Yeah.
it's engaging, you just have to adapt to that format.
Right. So if you're good at those short, attention-grabbing videos, TikTok might be worth looking into. Okay.
Yeah.
What about X, formerly Twitter? It's
X.
been through a lot of changes, we all know.
It has.
But it's still pretty popular.
It is.
What do we need to know?
Well, it's all about real-time conversations.
Okay.
Sharing information really quickly.
Right.
It's a good platform if you want to connect with journalists,
Okay.
influencers, thought leaders
Right.
in your industry. Think concise, text-based posts.
Right.
Maybe some threads for longer discussions.
Okay.
And visuals always help grab attention.
Right. So if I want to be a part of that online conversation, sharing my expertise in, quick snippets,
Yeah.
X could be good.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. And then there's Pinterest.
Pinterest.
That's a fantastic platform, I think,
Oh, yeah.
for sharing really visually appealing content.
Yes.
Like, infographics, guides,
Right.
anything inspiring.
Yeah, if you're in a visual field like design, crafts, even food,
Right?
Pinterest can be amazing.
Yeah. Pinterest is like a visual feast. It's definitely where you can just put your creativity on display and inspire people.
Okay.
What about Snapchat? I feel like Snapchat is mostly for a younger audience.
It does tend to have a younger demographic,
Okay.
but don't rule it out entirely.
Well,
I mean, Snapchat is all about being personal, right?
Right.
Authentic
Yeah.
in the moment. So if you're comfortable sharing, some behind-the-scenes glimpses of your business or just connecting in a more casual way
Right.
might be worth thinking about.
Okay. So we've got Facebook for building community. We've got LinkedIn for showcasing expertise, YouTube for sharing those tutorials and demos, Instagram for visual storytelling, TikTok for short-form videos, X for real-time conversations, Pinterest for inspiration, and Snapchat for behind the scenes.
That's a great summary.
That was a lot.
But knowing the platforms, that's just the first step, right?
Right.
The magic really happens when you figure out which ones are right for your business.
Right. It's about being strategic, not just trying to be everywhere at once.
Yeah.
So how do we figure out where to focus our efforts?
Well, Denise offers some great advice.
Okay.
And it boils down to 3 things.
Okay.
Identifying your target audience,
Okay.
playing to your strengths,
Right.
and tracking what actually works.
Okay, let's break those down.
Okay, so first, you've got to know your audience.
Right.
Where do they hang out online? Are they
Yeah.
scrolling through Facebook? Are they
Yeah.
networking on LinkedIn?
Right.
Or are they getting inspired on Pinterest?
Right.
Once you know where they are, you can choose the platforms where you're more likely to actually reach them.
That makes sense. You wouldn't try to sell ice to Eskimos, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Next, you got to think about your strengths.
Okay.
What kind of content are you good at making?
Right.
Are you a natural storyteller?
Yeah.
Do you love taking photos?
Right.
I mean, play to your strengths.
Right.
Choose platforms where you can create content that you actually enjoy making.
That's so important
It is.
because if you are forcing yourself to make content you hate, it's going to show.
It will. Yeah.
And it's not going to be sustainable.
It won't.
And finally, you got to track your results. Pay attention to the data. Which platforms are giving you the most engagement, the most leads, the most sales? Don't be afraid to experiment, but always be analyzing what's working, what's not.
Yeah, so you're always refining your approach, right?
Right. This is where I think the AI element comes in,
Okay.
because I know there's a lot of buzz about AI,
Right.
but how can it really help us, busy business owners?
It can be a game changer.
Okay.
It really can.
Yeah.
It can help with all 3 of those steps. Identifying your audience, optimizing your content, and even keeping an eye on your competition.
Hold on. Really?
Yeah.
I thought AI was just for, writing captions and stuff.
It can do that,
Yeah.
but it's capable of so much more. Imagine using AI to, analyze your audience,
Oh, wow.
find the best times to post,
Right.
even peek at what your competitors are doing well.
Okay, now you've got my attention. What can AI really do?
Well, let's start with audience analysis.
Okay.
AI tools can analyze data from your social media and give you some really valuable insights about your followers. You can identify their demographics,
Okay.
their interests, their online behavior patterns. This information can help you tailor your content
Okay.
to really resonate with them.
So instead of just guessing who my ideal customer is, I can actually get data to back it up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Takes the guesswork out of targeting.
I like it.
And then once you know who you're talking to, you can create content that really speaks to their needs and interests.
That's powerful stuff.
Yeah.
What about content optimization?
Okay.
I mean, I'm always struggling with what to post and when.
AI can be your secret weapon there too.
Really?
You can use it to brainstorm content topics that are really likely to engage your target audience. It can even suggest the optimal times to post on each platform
Oh, wow.
based on when your followers are most active.
So instead of just randomly posting, whenever I have a free moment, I could actually maximize my visibility,
Absolutely.
really reach more potential customers.
It's all about working smarter, not harder.
I'm liking this.
Right. AI can help you do that.
Okay, I'm starting to see the light here. This is way more than just writing captions. What else can AI do?
Well, it can also help you stay ahead of the curve.
Oh,
By monitoring industry trends and those emerging topics. You can literally ask AI to identify what's gaining traction in your specific niche.
so instead of feeling like I'm constantly playing catch up, I can actually be proactive,
Yeah,
get ahead of the trends. That'd be amazing.
exactly. And then there's performance analytics.
Okay,
AI-driven tools can give you real-time data on how your content is performing.
so no more flying blind. I love it. But I have to ask, what about competitor analysis? Is that something AI can help with too?
You bet.
Okay, tell me more.
You can use AI to compare your social media metrics to your competitors
Okay.
to see what they're doing well. It's like having a secret weapon.
So imagine using AI to, peek at what your rivals are doing well.
Yeah.
That could save a ton of trial and error.
Absolutely. It's all about using data to make better decisions, right?
Okay.
And getting the most out of your social media efforts.
Okay, I'm sold on the AI. But how do I actually use it? I mean, are we talking about like crazy complicated software?
Not necessarily. There's a lot of user-friendly AI tools
Okay, yeah.
that are designed for business owners. And what's cool is that a lot of them work with prompts.
Prompts.
Yeah, you basically just give the AI a question
Okay.
or a task, and it delivers the goods.
A prompts, like
Yeah.
magic words
Yeah,
that unlock the AI's power.
exactly. And Denise has some really interesting prompts in her advice that we can dig into.
All right, let's hear them.
Okay.
Which prompts are going to change my social media game forever?
Well, let's be realistic. Okay, no single prompt's going to do that.
Okay, fair enough.
But there are a few that I think are really relevant,
Okay.
especially for busy business owners like yourself.
Okay, great.
So why don't we dive into those
Let's do it.
after a quick break?
Sounds good. We'll be right back. So before the break, we were talking about AI prompts that can make a difference for you, for your business. Let's say you're feeling stuck.
Staring at a blank screen, wondering what to post.
I know that feeling all too well. It's like writer's block, but for social media. Sometimes I draw a blank.
Well, AI can actually help you generate ideas
Oh, really?
for content tailored to your audience. There's a prompt for that.
Oh, okay.
Suggest 5 content topics that would engage your target audience in your industry.
So instead of like pulling my hair out, trying to be creative, I can just ask AI for some inspiration.
Exactly. It's like having a brainstorming partner
Right.
on demand.
I like it.
And because the AI is drawing from such a massive database,
Okay.
it can come up with ideas you might never have thought of.
Oh, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say I'm struggling to come up with content ideas for my pottery business.
Yeah.
I could ask the AI for suggestions that appeal to, like, interior designers.
Exactly. You'd be amazed what the AI can come up with. Of course, review the suggestions,
Right.
make sure they fit your brand,
Right, of course.
your content strategy,
Mhm.
but it's a great way to get those creative juices flowing.
Okay, I'm definitely adding that prompt to my toolkit. Are there other prompts that can help me, stay ahead of the game, so to speak?
Absolutely. If you're, feeling a little competitive,
Oh, yeah.
there's a prompt that can help you size up those rivals.
Okay, tell me.
Compare my social media engagement metrics with competitors' name and identify opportunities for improvement.
Ooh, I like where this is going. So I can use AI to, see what my competitors are doing well and learn from them.
Exactly. It's like competitive benchmarking, right?
Right.
It's not about copying,
Right,
but it's about understanding what resonates
right.
with their audience and maybe seeing where you could improve your own strategy.
Okay, so the AI can analyze, their engagement rates, the kind of content they're posting,
Right.
even the times they're posting to get the most reach.
Exactly. And then you can use that information to make better decisions about your own approach, right?
Right.
It's like a secret weapon to stay ahead.
I'm starting to feel like a social media ninja. This is
Wow.
powerful stuff.
It is powerful, but, important to remember, AI is a tool,
Right.
not a replacement
Yeah.
for your own creativity and intuition. Think of it as a partner
Okay.
that can help you make smarter decisions, better results.
Right. It's about using AI to enhance our skills,
Mhm.
not take over completely.
Exactly. It's that human touch that really makes the difference. And speaking of human touch, we need to talk about authenticity.
Okay.
How do we use these tools and not lose sight of what matters, connecting with people on a real level?
That's such an important point. It's so easy to get caught up in the numbers, and forget that social media is ultimately about relationships. We're back and we're talking about authenticity.
Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in all the bells and whistles of social media
Oh, yeah?
and forget that we're really trying to connect with people.
Right. So how do we use these AI tools but keep that human touch?
The key is remembering AI is a tool, not a replacement for your own,
Your voice.
your voice, your value.
Right. Using it to enhance our human strengths, not like erase them or something.
Exactly. So even when you're using AI for content ideas or analyzing data,
Right.
always make sure that the final product, the thing you actually put out there,
Right.
reflects you, your brand, your personality. Don't be afraid to edit, tweak, add your own flair.
Okay, so it's not about letting AI take over.
Right.
It's about using it as a partner, I guess.
Right.
To help us create content that feels, real, genuine,
Yeah.
true to who we are.
Precisely. And another part of authenticity is, really focusing on relationships with your
So
audience.
it's not just about broadcasting, it's about having those two-way conversations, like actually responding to comments and building a community.
Exactly. People can tell when you're not being genuine.
Right,
And if
yeah.
you're just trying to sell, sell, sell,
Yeah, yeah.
it shows.
Okay, so how can we use AI to actually enhance our relationships with our audience?
Well, you can use prompts to gather feedback and insights. For example, you could ask AI to analyze your customer reviews or comments
Okay.
to identify, common themes. What's the overall sentiment?
So instead of just skimming through those comments, I can use AI to really understand,
Yeah, like what are they really
yeah,
saying?
what are they saying and feeling?
Right.
Okay.
And then you can use that to make things better, improve your products or services, or even just your whole customer experience.
That's a great way to use it. It's like having a superpowered assistant, right?
It is.
I can help us understand our customers better than ever.
Exactly. At the end of the day, that's what authenticity is,
Right.
listening, responding to their needs, building real connections.
I love that. So it's not just about getting more likes and followers.
Right.
It's about building a loyal community
Yeah.
that supports our business and shares our values.
Couldn't have said it better. When you approach social media like that, everything else falls into place. The
Yeah.
engagement, the leads, the sales,
Right.
it all happens naturally when you're focused on those real connections.
So social media doesn't have to be a black hole of time, right?
Yeah.
With a little strategy and maybe some AI to help us out,
Yeah.
it can actually work for us.
It's about finding that sweet spot
Right.
where technology and human connection, meet.
We talked about where to be online, what tools to use, but what about the tone of your content? How do you stand out from the crowd and stay true to your brand? Something to think about.
Yes, it is. What is your brand's personality? How do you reflect that in your online voice? That's a really exciting challenge, one that's worth exploring.
And that is all the time we have for this deep dive.
Oh, wow.
Of course, the conversation doesn't end here, right? We'd love to hear from you all. What are your biggest social media challenges? How are you using AI?
Yeah, let's keep talking about this, We're all in this together. We can learn from each other.
Until next time, happy posting, everyone.